concealer, we're using this J1 primer. It's a K-Beauty primer that I got from Sephora. I don't know if I love it yet, but I'm using that, and then I'm using the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. I'm just using a Smith brush to apply this. I chose Double Wear because if you're going to be outside, you want something that's going to last. And I'm going back to MAC Pro Longwear Concealer under the eyes. Everything else has just been creasing on me a little more than I would like. So I wanted to give this a shot, and I have to say I'm really liking it. It is dry, but we'll see. I'm gonna use it for a little bit longer and I'll let you guys know. I did my brows, and then now I'm just cleaning them up underneath with a little bit of that concealer. I wanted them to be pretty straight, and actually later on I make them even straighter, and I'll show you that later. I'm using the Tarteist Pro palette. I'm using this bone shade, and I'm just setting that concealer on my brow bone, and I'm using this shade here. The whole top row really is what I'll be using, and a Smith blending brush, and this is just going to be our transition shade. I'm putting this from the inner corner of the brow and starting to kind of wing out that shape, being a little sloppy, and that's fine. Now I'm using this hot orange shade from the colored Raine Queen of Hearts palette. It is limited edition, so if you have a MAC shade that's similar, or Makeup Geek, whatever you have, just use that. Don't worry about getting this specific palette, even though it's beautiful. And I'm just focusing this on the lid, packing it on, and slightly kind of blending that into the crease. As you can see, I'm not pulling a ton through the outer corner of the eye. Now I'm using this mid-tone orange and just a little small Morphe blending brush, and throwing this deeper into the crease, just kind of smoking out that hot orange shade. Again, slowly starting to map out the shape. As you can see, I'm really just focusing on my lid space right now and my brow bone area, but we will work out to that like strong winged out shape a little bit later. And now I'm taking this dark brown and just using a Smith kind of flat shader brush and just starting to wing out that shape. I really love this color. It's really pigmented, but I will say it's a little tricky to blend out. I never noticed any issues with it before, but I think because I'm taking up so much real estate this time with this look that's so much more dramatic, it was a little tricky, and you guys will see a little bit of that later as well. I didn't feel like I could go on without doing my waterline here, so I just filled it in with a Makeup Geek black liner, and now I'm taking a flat definer brush and that dark brown and just kind of doing that inner corner flick, and I'm really smoking out that lower lash line with that dark brown. As you can see, I'm blowing that shit out, and I'm just using the tip of my pencil brush to kind of blend everything together up top so it makes like a seamless transition. Again, same thing on the other side. As you can see, I'm just kind of slowly starting to pull that dark brown outwards. I apologize, my camera lens, this is fairly new. I've only had it for about a month, and it's a little weird with the autofocus. Sometimes it'll focus on my hand. I haven't gotten quite used to it yet, so I apologize if there's moments where I'm not in focus, but I chose to keep that footage anyways, just because I feel like you can still get a sense of what I'm doing. So yeah, once again, doing the same thing on the other side, trying to get it generally mapped out so it's similar to the other side. And now I'm just using a little bit of that kind of mid-tone orange again from the Tarteist palette, and just slowly starting to blend that out. Again, with the hot orange, I'm going to use this on a blending brush. This is that same, I think it's the M506 by Morphe. I'm just going to smoke out that lower lash line even further. I'm legit on my cheekbones right now, and we're just going for it. You know what I mean? We're going all out. And now I'm taking this orange again. As you can see, we're just kind of going back and forth, and I'm just creating a little bit more depth, going a little bit closer to the dark brown. So it goes, you know, the hot orange on the outer edges, then the mid-tone orange, then the dark brown. That sort of a gradient is what we're working with. And again, with the dark brown and a flat shader, I'm just going to deepen up this color here and work on blending this out. This is where it just got a little tricky. Some of the edges were a little harsh, but I just chose to leave it as is. I didn't focus too much on that because I still think the look overall was really pretty. So you guys will see in the end shot what I mean. But yeah, this dark brown wasn't the easiest to blend. And I'm using a little bit of black and just keeping this really tight to my lash line on the outer corner and just kind of right in the center of that strong wing, just to add a little bit more depth. And now I'm going in by Sugar Pill Grand Tiara pigment and a little bit of the Inglot Duraline. I just mix these together and it makes like a waterproof liquid liner essentially. And I'm just creating little dots just right underneath my brow bone. I just thought this was a really cool kind of festival-y detail. I see people do cool things like this all the time, and I like that this one is under the brow. I saw a picture on Instagram and it looked really cool, but I thought I was missing something else, so I just did like a vertical line in the middle of my forehead because, you know, why not? Why not? And I'm also filling in that blank space on the inner corner of my lids. I just felt like it needed to brighten up a little bit, and I do really like that it seemed to kind of tie everything together. And for mascara, just on my lower lashes, I'm using an Urban Decay Perversion mascara. I would suggest if you're actually going to a festival to use waterproof. I, however, do not because I have lash extensions. And this here, I'm just contouring with the Tarte, what is this thing? The Contour Kit, the limited edition one I talk about all the time. It's only on their website. I love this so much. This is just perfect. And I'm also using a Sigma angle brush to use that same shade, and I am contouring my nose. I just do it really lightly, and I think the effect is still really nice. And I'm using the Too Faced Papa Don't Peach blush, just a really subtle kind of natural blush, and I love it. And the Anastasia and Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit collab, I'm using Kitty Cat on the top of my cheekbones for a glow. These are really, really pretty. However, if you want to do a more natural highlight and don't want a ton on, I find that there's a little bit too much glitter. I don't know. I'm a little on the fence. I don't know if they're my favorite, but they are very beautiful if you're going for something that's really dramatic, you know? And for lips, I'm just using a quick coat of the Stila Color Balm in Grayson. Really sheer and really pretty. And of course, set your makeup if you want it to last all day long. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. It was really different for me. Please hit the subscribe button if you guys would like to see more from me. Thank you so much for watching. I would appreciate a thumbs up. Leave me any comments if you have them. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.